totally weird day. How about you? I fell down the weirdest wormhole, totally weird wormhole, where I got up at 6. Petunia woke me up at 6 to be fed. Usually she wakes me up at 7. I didn't go to bed till 3 last night, so you can imagine waking up at 6. And I went ahead and I did my usual morning routine with her an hour early, which is really when she should have it anyway. But I've been trying to stick with the fact that we're on daylight savings time, so it really is 6 o'clock. Because we've been doing it at 6, and then we flipped over to daylight savings, and I'm like, well, we'll do it at 7, which means it's still 6 for her. Okay, because even though she does know how to tell time, we were talking about a bio clock, right? An internal biorhythm. So you want to keep things like medications on a regular schedule. All right. So I went ahead and slept in, and I slept in until about 8:30, 9:30. Got up, started my regular morning routine, which begins with the tarot readings like I post now. But it's like glass of water, meditation, yoga, and then a cup of coffee. And lately I've been kind of stretching that out a little bit and doing like a cup of coffee with a little light reading, just but like for half an hour before I sit down, and depending. That's my big shakeup. Woohoo! We're radical. We're shifting things around. We're having a cup of coffee before yoga. Oh no. Apparently a young guy used to do that. Anyway, so yeah, that was my start off. Somehow, I did not finish yoga. I did not get up from the yoga mat until 2:30 in the afternoon. Do not ask me how, because there is nothing in between. It's just my usual day. So it was like this weird wormhole, and it was like a dream, and I had very vivid dreams last night that felt very similar. So it all felt totally surreal. There were a couple of moments where I was like, okay, yeah, it's like, I got up at 9:30, okay, now it's getting close to 10, and then I look up at the clock in the kitchen where I'm getting my glass of water, and it's like 1. Now, how does it take 3 hours for me to get from my room to the kitchen, which is like literally less than 30 seconds? Yeah. And the other weird thing that happened was while I was on the mat, and I was just doing a yoga video, somehow I turned off the sound in the video, and didn't realize it. So like the video, I like went into Shavasana, and the video ended, and I mean, maybe that's it. Maybe I just slept through the day. I just conked out on the mat. That's not what happened, though. I have verification that that's not what happened. But anyway, it was just like the whole day has been like that. I went out for I was getting ready to do my evening walk. Well, I mean, I sat down to work. I sat down to have breakfast at 3:30. I was having breakfast at 3:30 in the afternoon. My body was saying, yeah, you just got up. And I do not know what happened, where the time went, what is going on with time shifts. I mean, it is so bizarre. Yeah. And then the tarot reading that I did for the public this morning, like you could see how like out of it I was when I was talking, because I was like, I understood what I was seeing, but like my mouth kept saying these different things. And I was like, can you get, I was fighting with myself internally. It's like, can you get on track? And I almost trashed the reading a couple of times. And I'm like, no, this is the reading that's here. It was all just very, very weird. Did anyone else have a day like this? Please comment. Otherwise, it's been I got a clear message, speaking of tarot, I got a clear message from the tarot that like these little projects where I'm getting lost in the details, get them done and get them out of your hair. So, and I got a couple of other messages from people opening up some doors for me that are going to be really interesting. Some things have come back around that I've been wanting to do for a while, and it'll be interesting to jump into those. I hope this is happening for other people too, that these opportunities are, you're laying yourself out for these opportunities to come in to make good use of this this time. I mean, I don't actually have a lot of free time, but these opportunities are coming up, and it's like, well, I'm gonna make this time. It's gonna have to appear because this is an opportunity that I cannot pass up right now. How cool is that? Okay. I don't. Blah, blah, blah. Word jam. All right. Let's see what comes out. sure at all what that was. Tomorrow night, yeah, I won't be, no tarot tomorrow morning. Tomorrow night, Sunday night movies. And that should be an interesting one, whichever one I choose to do. I think I've decided to go with the electronic music. If you watched this morning's post, you watched me ruminate over that, because I had it planned the other way around, but I think I'm going to do the electronic music tomorrow. Yeah, electronic with the video projection piece called Ngoma Lungundu, which means voice that thunders. And I'll give the whole explanation of it tomorrow, but watch for that. It'll appear sometime. I do operate on West Coast time, but I'll try to get it up earlier in the day because I have trouble uploading later in the evening, and because I'll get online and watch Netflix or start gaming or whatever it is people do. Okay, that's it for me. I still have a bunch of stuff to do to like sign on the dotted line and get out the door, the virtual door, the cyber door, before I call it a night. So thank you for joining. Catch you tomorrow night, and then back again on Monday. Have a lovely Saturday. It was a beautiful spring day today where I am. I hope it was where you are, some variation of spring. And that you're safe and healthy. Ciao.